Hey there folks, and welcome back to the I Am CDB project. I of course am your host CDB, you are not. And today we're going to do a head shave and we're going to use the Dorco Pace razor. And in it we'll be riding the Dorco Pace 6. This was recommended to me by a viewer some time ago, and I found that it works very good on the face, very good indeed. And it's fairly cost efficient as far as carts go. The blades for it aren't tremendously expensive. I mean, it's certainly comparable to Harry's and a few of the others. I found it doesn't work that great for my head, so I'm going to put a brand new blade in today and give it a shot here and see if it changes my mind, or see if my mind can be changed. I've tried it a number of times on my head and it just doesn't get certain areas of my head. I end up having to go back with the Harry's or something else to clean it up. It is the one cart that I've tried that does a great job on the face, but I think it's mostly because the face is, fairly flat, but the contours and so forth of the head, this one just doesn't seem to do as well. We'll try it anyway and see if we do a better job with it today. Also using the West Coast Shaving Cologne soap, which you saw in my face shaving video earlier today. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it, because I talk about the soap in a fair amount of detail. I really liked it on the face. It is a very good performer, made by Chris Cullen. It's a jojoba shaving cream. I'll go ahead and give you a look at it, in case I just have some folks who watched the head shaving video that didn't watch the face shaving video. It is titled exactly the way it smells, a dark mossy floral scent. So if you like that type of scent, go check it out. And if you don't like that type of scent, I'm gonna throw some water on the dome while I'm talking. If that scent isn't your cup of tea, go get one that is in a scent that you think you would enjoy. This quality of this stuff is very good. It's very good indeed, in my opinion. I like it a lot. It performed very, very well. The scent of the soap is about 8 to 8.5. I mean, it's quite robust. It doesn't nauseate you. It's not so, fragrant that it nauseates, nor does it burn my skin or anything like that. It's just very prominent. You don't have to really, hold it right up under your nose to smell it. You can smell it as soon as you start lathering it in your bowl or making the lather. It lathers very easily too, I might add. Very good stuff. I got lather all over the place here. But I was very impressed with the quality of this soap. Great residual slickness. I certainly recommend that try this cream and see if you like it. I think you will if you find a scent that you enjoy. All right, let's get going here with our Dorco and see if we do any better. It just has not hit the spot on the dome, but we're going to try a brand new fresh blade and see if we can do any better. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because of the 6 blades. Maybe that's too many. But usually after I do this pass, I can run my hand along my head and there's just a lot of hair remaining there, whereas that doesn't happen with the Fender or the Harry's. They do, at least on my head, a much better job. Now on the face, like I've said before, this does an outstanding job. And it feels smooth while I'm using it. But when after this pass, I'm just about sure that I'm gonna run my hand over my head and I'm going to feel a lot of stubble remaining. In fact, let's just split the dome here, and we'll go with our Defender on the other side and see how they come out. And I already pretty much know, or I have a good suspicion on how this is going to go. The Defender side is going to be much smoother in terms of not having as much. I can even feel it when I'm using it. You can just feel the Defender cutting the hair, whereas the Dorco seeming to sort of glide over it and miss it almost. It's at least that's what it feels like to me. We'll see after this pass. And I like to do these sort of things where I sort of split the dome in half, because it just really gives me an opportunity to feel the actual result using them side by side on the same soap on the exact same sort of, you know, the hair growth is exactly the same, of course, as well. And so, okay, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Just get a little water here and feel around. Yep, right here, I don't know if you can hear that. It's night and day. In through here, they're similar. But in the back, as I'm rubbing up this way, there is a lot of remaining hair there. And on this side, it's pretty clean. Now I haven't made my, you know, front to back pass, but this did not do a good job whatsoever on that pass on my head, using it the same way that I'm using the Defender. Just doesn't, for whatever the reason, like I said, does a pretty good job on the face. Not a good job whatsoever on the dome. And I'll try it again for another pass, and then what I'll end up doing is most likely having to do a third cleanup pass with the Harry's or Defender, because this guy just doesn't, it does not hit the spot on the dome for whatever reason. Not sure exactly why, but what I do know is it's not cutting it. No, pun intended. All right, here we go. By the way, this soap is fantastic. If I didn't mention that already, again, go back and watch the face shaving video. Very good quality stuff. Okay, let us try the Dorco again, and we'll just start here. And you can just feel as it's sliding, it just kind of feels like it's, I don't even see any stubble in it. Like it's just sort of gliding over the hair rather than cutting it. Like it's just, it's a weird, you can feel that it's not working actually. And that is not good. That's not what you want. Another thing that does is it has a kind of a funny, when it pivots, it clicks. It's got kind of a funny clicking sound to it, which is weird. I don't know if you can hear that. You hear that when it's just a weird thing. It works, again, I don't want to totally poo-poo it because I think it does work well on my face because I've tried it and I didn't have any problems on my face, but boy, let me tell you, on the head, it is not good. In fact, we'll see how this comes out, but I guarantee you, if I had my gong in here, which I don't, I would ring it because it's just not good. But we'll see. We'll see if, you know, this particular run has done any good, but I'm going to use the Defender again on the other side. I want to make sure I'm giving this thing its due, you know, a legitimate test here where I'm just going over it a number of times there. But I can pretty much guarantee that what the result's going to be crap. Just doesn't work well for me. All right, sorry about that. The camera went off there, and I was saying before it went off, I can pretty much guarantee the result's going to be from that Dorco crap. I can just feel this actually cutting the hair as I'm going, which is, of course, what we're trying to do here when you're shaving the dome. I'm not just using a razor on it to glide past the hair. I want it to actually be removing the hair. That's sort of the goal, isn't it? And the Dorco, we're about to see after 2 passes how it comes out, but again, I've got a pretty good idea having tried it several times. I've never did a side-by-side comparison like I am in this case, but we shall see how it went, and I think I know already how that's going to come out. Okay, let's see. Let's get a little. Yep, this side, still feeling it in here, and here, and here. And of course, all that stuff that was left over back there. This side, nope, smooth. The verdict is in, folks. Let me go ahead and do a cleanup pass. If you can imagine my gong here, Imagine me ringing it on this Dorco. Bing! This thing, no, for head shaving, it's terrible, in my opinion. Absolutely terrible. It could be the blade. It could be that 6 blade thing is just too much and they're too close together and they don't allow the device to actually cut well on the dome. I don't know. It works okay on the face, but it's terrible on my head. Absolutely terrible. And now I'm going to have to do a cleanup pass. I tell you what's not terrible, this soap. Good stuff. Very good performing stuff. But boy, that Dorco razor, what a disappointment as far as head shaving goes. I do thank the viewer who recommended it because it does work well on the face. And of course, he's trying to save me money and everything else, which I really do appreciate. Thank you, sir. I can't win them all always. You just can't love everything. Some things just don't work well. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's still cutting a lot of hair back there. Yep. Well, that is a shame. Because the blades are, fairly affordable as far as cart blades go. It just doesn't work worth a hoot, unfortunately, for the dome. At least for me. It may for you, of course. Well, doesn't work well for me. You may find that, oh, I love that thing. I use it every day. And if you do and it works well for you, please continue to press on. As I've told you before, take in a lot of opinions and then ultimately you need to try things yourself. And if you like it, then go with it and do not worry about what anybody has to say. But this particular product for head shaving is just not where it needs to be. And I'm having to do a significant amount of cleaning up here as a result, which is no good. Let's see. So you can just, particularly in these hard to reach areas is where it has trouble. It just sort of goes over them is what I think happens. Let me lather that back up because I really need to do a forward or front to back pass as well. Again, sorry for the video stopping there a little bit ago. I had to piece it together because the alarm went off for some reason. I guess I'd never turned it off. I don't know if anybody else is out there is this way, but 9 times out of 10, if I have an alarm set, I'll wake up a half hour to 15 minutes prior to the alarm. It's rare that the alarm actually wakes me up. Only in rare circumstances does that happen. And it doesn't matter what time I have to get up. If it's a different time, let's say I'm going somewhere on the weekend and it's different than I wake up throughout the week, even if I set it for, let's say 7, which is later than I would normally get up. If I set it today for 7, I'd still wake up 6:30. Through the week, if I set it for 5:30, I'd wake up 5:15. I sort of have this internal clock that 9 times out of 10 wakes me up prior to the alarm. I don't know if any of you are blessed or cursed in that way. In some ways it's a curse because sometimes I'll wake up as much as 2 hours in advance and then I'll wake up like every hour after that. And that's kind of a pain, but it's just kind of my body's alarm clock, I guess. I don't know. I have a thing about being on time. And so I guess it's so important to me that I'll wake up even without an alarm. But, I think I've always said, and I truly believe that being on time is really a reflection of who you are and how you care about the things you have to do, whether it be your job or an appointment or whatever. I personally believe that, being there on time and being ready to go is the absolute standard and should be. Let's see. Let's feel around. Now we're smooth. Now we feel outstanding. We feel excellent. Okay, let's give this a quick rundown. Normally, of course, I would use my witch hazel, but I'm going to take a shower, so I'll put this on afterwards. We'll use some sterling for men also at that time. The Dorco which you see here with the Dorco Paste 6. For face shaving, it works okay. I had no problem whatsoever. For the dome, that's me throwing it in the sink. You know, imagine me with a gonging. I don't want to gong right now because my wife is asleep, and it wouldn't be a good look, me gonging and waking her up because I don't like this Dorco paste on the dome. It does not work well at all for me on the dome. It's terrible. I do not like it. For the face, it's okay. Now that said, it may work for you, so keep that in mind. If it works for you, don't take offense. It just does not work for me. The Defender actually came in to the rescue and saved this head shave, because without it, there would have been stubble all over the place. It just does not work. The soap is fantastic. Quality is 2 thumbs up. So go on over to West Coast Shaving and check this out. If you haven't seen the face shaving video from today, go over and check that out as well. I think you will enjoy the quality of these soaps, again made by Katie Bubbles. I want to thank everybody for watching me. Sorry we had a dud, or joining me, not watching me, joining me. Sorry we had a dud today, but look, I bring it to you as it happens and the way it is, and I just don't like this for shaving the dome, period. I won't bother with it anymore. Thanks everybody for watching. Until next time, I'll be your host. I have been your host, CDB. You're not. God bless.